Yeah, I mean, that has to be like I've had things that got canceled. I mean, I've had a lot of things that have
Right.
been canceled or I've, lost jobs and this and that. And you're young. How old are you?
24.
24. And so to experience it at, it's I think it only strengthens you
Yeah.
for the future.
Mm-hmm.
But when you first heard it was canceled so prematurely, what's the first thing was there a sense of dread, a sense of what was it?
Yeah, it definitely was. It also was like a really weird time because it was like the writer's strike. Like everyone was on strike at the time. The CW is kind of changing over and rebranding their stuff. So the chances of, we were really hopeful and optimistic, but we also kind of expected it because of how many changes were happening. But it definitely was really unfortunate because just the cast and the crew and just being a part of the Supernatural family and being part of the conventions, even with everyone at Smallville, it was just really unfortunate because that community is just really incredible. So
yeah, and it's especially you're coming off a show, and this is the prequel, right?
yeah,
A show like Supernatural, which is an anomaly,
yeah.
and lasts how many years did that last?
I think 15.
15 seasons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you're thinking, as most would, when wow, that show, and we're the prequel now.
Yeah.
Wow, they have a lot invested. We're going to be on for years.
Right.
I'm buying a house. I'm buying both those cars on Supernatural that they drove. I'm going to get, you probably thinking that, well, we got a foot in here.
Yeah.
Is that what you felt like?
Yeah, but also because since I've been doing this since I was like 8, I feel like on every show or project I've been on, everybody is always like, this is going to be everything. Like your life's going to change. Da, da, da. And like almost, it's very rare that it does happen. So I think my expectations are kind of, they're always optimistic. But at the end of the day, I also have realism because of how many moments that I've gone through like that.
Yeah.
But it always is a letdown. No matter how much you can prepare yourself, it's always a letdown when you hear bad news,
Yeah. Did they tell you why you were filming?
No.
So thank God.
Yeah.
Because some shows are like, hey, these are the last 4 episodes. I'm like, fuck you. I don't want to work.
I know.
I don't want to work anymore.
I know. Now I'm sad. Yeah. No, so it is good that it was probably like 2 months after we were filming.
And how many episodes did you do?
13.
13 episodes.
Yeah.
And you became a close knit family, right?
Very much so.
I mean, all of you are tight.
Yeah.
Who would you say you're closest with besides Drake? Because he's your boyfriend?
Probably Drake. Actually, not Drake. Surprisingly, I'm just kidding.
No.
Probably. I mean, the 4 of us, like me, Nida, and JoJo, and Drake, like the 4 of us became really, really close.
Still?
Yes. Yeah. And we were always together. Like I just saw Nida last week, so we're very close. And then even people in just like the Supernatural family, like everybody at the conventions, like Loudon Swain and Jason, who's there.
Jason Mann.
Yes,
yeah,
he's the best.
Loved him.
Just everybody in the Supernatural family, I feel like we're all very close. And Tom
Welling, my cohort, who was also played your father.
Yes, he did.
How was that?
It was really
Was
funny.
he nervous?
I don't know. I think he was. I think he got more nervous as it went on because we became a lot closer, and I think we all kind of got nervous around each other, especially the last episode. Everybody from Supernatural, like Jensen was there and a lot of people from Supernatural there.
Tom was there on that day?
Yeah. So it was kind of nerve-wracking.
And Jensen's there. Jared was there?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking shit.
How often was Jensen on set?
On the pilot, him and Daniil were there like every day. And then when we were filming, he would come in and out. But
would he ever give you notes?
Sometimes there was one time where I was picking a lock and I did it terribly. I actually think it was the wrong side of the pick. And he was like, yeah, no. Like you gotta fix that.
That's not how you do it.
Yeah. And also he gave me a note on never to like sink into my heels when I'm standing, especially next to Drake. And he learned that standing next to Jared his whole life.
Yeah, because Jared's a
exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to stand tall so you look taller. Because if you sink into your hip, you're like 2 inches shorter.
Right.
And he was like, learn from me. You gotta stay tall. And I was like, okay.
Did you and Drake start dating when you were on the show?
Yes.
Like what episode? Kind of. Like, let me ask you, when you first met him, were you like,
Well, yeah. I mean, when we were on the pilot, we didn't like I had just come out of a relationship. It's really complicated.
Yeah.
So we weren't together on the pilot. And then the whole summer we like talked here and there, but not really. But when we came back for filming in like August, September, October, November, like around that time,
Right.
we were trying really hard to not, but we were. It was like we were like a thing the whole time, and everybody in the cast were. It was very obvious, but
Everybody knew, even the creators, everybody.
everyone knew, and we were like, no, like him, like no.
It's like, no, we're totally friends.
No, we're so friends. It's
we're
fine.
two hot people that are totally friends.
Yeah.